Hi guys and girls, and welcome to my team builder for week 7 of the PMC. We are up against Lux and his Pittsburgh Empoleons, and this is a very interesting and very exciting week for both of us. We actually both have a record of 5-1 currently. I of course riding my win streaks since I made the transfers. He had his streak isn't as long, but of course he has the same amount of wins, so we can't look down on him. And why this is a very exciting week is because the top half of each conference makes it into playoffs. We have 2 conferences, 8 people, so the top 4 make it into playoffs. So in other words, to make it into the top half, you need to win more than half your games. Then you're like better than the other half, if that makes sense. It's not a guarantee since you do play people from the other conference, and depending if you only win those and you lose with people in your conference, you're not guaranteed basically. But 6 wins is a very nice threshold, which gives you a very good shot, if not a guaranteed shot already, to get into playoffs. So that's why we are both 5-1, another win, and we reach that 6-win threshold. So that would be very nice for both of us. So we have to try our best. Of course, Lux is gonna come at us with full force as well, and not like we wouldn't go in full force every time, but just mentioning that he has the same record as us, so he is a very strong opponent just for that. And of course, the 6-win it gives you another motivation to going into this match. But yeah, record is not the only thing which is scary about our opponent. He has a scary team as well, so let me go over that real quick. He got the Zygarde 50%, the Mega Diancie, Tornadus, Therian, Empoleon, Buzzle, Yuxi, Delmice, Typhlosion, Skuntank, Raichu, and the Kangaskhan. His team of users being the Zygarde and the Raichu. So his 3 biggest threats are right from the start, the first 3 picks. He got the Zygarde 50, which is very annoying to deal with. I basically have the same deal with Zygarde core as last time, which is my Lurantis and my Finny, which does a good job together. But the problem is they have to do it together. Since Lurantis is actually my tier 5 pick, it's not the best grass type you can get. I'm very proud of Lurantis. I like it a lot. I think it's a tier 4 at least. But yeah, basically in combination they can deal with the Zygarde, but if one goes down, they just don't do it anymore. So that's why the Zygarde is annoying, especially if it's a Zemu variant. I have to look out for Z Outrage, which at +1 does, or even without +1, does way too much to my Lurantis. So that's why I have to keep Finny around for either terrain or being immune to that. But Finny takes way too much from 1000 arrows, so I need to keep the Lurantis around. So I need to keep both of them healthy just for 1 mon, and that can be troublesome in the match. Then you got the Mega Diancie, which just as Courage, Diamond Storm, Moonblast, Earth Power, has potential just to KO my whole team, and if not Oko my team. It does a lot of damage. Diancie is way too strong. And it's pretty fast as well. I only have I think I have only 2 mons to just beat it, being my 3 mons with Dugtrio. I have Dugtrio, Sneasel, and my Mega Pidgeot. But I can see right on the screen left, I'm not bringing Dugtrio, I'm not playing a Sneasel. So yeah, Dugtrio could have been something. I could have brought the Diancie, but I preferred other mons. And then the Tornadus T, which is way too fast. Speed ties with my fastest mon, which is the Pidgeot. But the difference, of course, he can use an item like Assault to take the hit, so make a Pidgeot better, or just a Scarf to potentially be the fastest mon alive on the planet. At least in this match. But yeah, these are like the main threatening mons. You got other offensive threats like the Buzzle, which I'm not too scared about. I have a bunch of checks to Buzzle. I would not suggest the Buzzle would be not coming. Then the Skuntank, which is annoying for my Mew. Delmice, which can be with an Assault Vest, be annoying, good amount of damage. Typhlosion, I don't really expect to. Like I said, the other mons are not as scary. Like I prepared for them, of course. His defense is kind of lacking as well, I gotta say. So, but the main thing I'm afraid is his offense, and he got some sweeps already in the season, I think. But if he doesn't, I definitely don't want to be the first victim of his. Like Zygarde with Z move is just way too scary versus with a lot of teams. I think I actually with like Lurantis and Finny, I can deal with it decently well, I want to say. But like I said, I have to keep both of them healthy, because otherwise Zygarde can just run through my team, which is very annoying. But yeah, this offense is what I'm scared about. His defense I can deal with, I think. But yeah, that's his team. Now going over my team. First up, we got the Mega Pidgeot, Hurricane, Hidden Power Ground, Steel Wing, and the Workup with a Naive Nature. So I have enough speed. Actually, it's not speed type with Tornadus. I have only enough speed for the Mega Diancie. Or does he have anything faster? No, it's for Mega Diancie. Yeah, 110. And Raichu, they have the both speed set. The same speed set. And then I have Hurricane as my main stab move. He has only 2 resists to that. He has 3 resists to that. But overall, then we got weak to ground. The Raichu, the Diancie, and the Empoleon. Empoleon and Raichu can hit with Hidden Power Ground, and for the Diancie actually has Steel Wing, because Diancie is pretty bulky. Like even after he Mega Evolves, it keeps the 110 or 100 bulk. I'm not sure on that, but with Steel Wing, I can actually Oko that after a little bit of chip damage, or if I get a Workup up, I have a guaranteed Oko versus that thing. And yeah, other than that, Hurricane is very nice to basically just spam versus team, because all of his monsters just mentioned lack reliable recovery. The only thing which has it is potentially the Raichu, like a Wish variant. But if he has Wish, it means he doesn't have an Assault Vest, and that means he's not as bulky versus me. Hidden Power Ground is actually doing a good amount to that. So yeah, that's basically the reason why I make a Pidgeot. I can just spam Hurricane, wearing his team down. If it's too weakened, I just spam Hurricane for the win. And then I just have a lot of coverage moves. And then if I can get a free workup up, of course I do. My Hurricane does, everything does more damage, even my Steel Wing, since it workup boosts your attack and special attack. So that is great as well. Let's make a Pidgeot for you, just being fast and clicking some Hurricane and maybe Steel Wing versus to range kill the Diancie. You might even bring Diancie in versus me, thinking I only have Hurricane and maybe Hidden Power Ground. He's listed through Natural Bulk, I go Steel Wing, and boom, the Diancie is dealt with. Next up, we got Jimmy Neutron. Very fancy set right here. Calm Mind, no stab. It's before I was working around how I want to build this Mew. It was very troublesome because I definitely wanted Psychic on there because it basically deals 50 Buzzole, and stab is always nice. I rarely have mons with no stab, but right here was this team. Ground Ice coverage just way too good. And if I would pass on Softboiled or I definitely need Calm Mind because I want to set up. And if I pass on Softboiled, I don't have a lot of recovery and I get just worn down and then revenge killed by something faster. But yeah, let me speak why Ground Ice is very nice with him. Let's look at his team. Zygarde, Ice Beam. Diancie, Earth Power. Tornadus, Ice Beam. Empoleon, Earth Power. Buzzole, there would we want to have Psychic. Uxie, I can't even hit with Psychic as well, so that's troublesome. But Delnoise, Ice, Typhlosion Ground, Skuntank Ground, Raichu Ground, and then Kangaskhan. So there are only 3 mons on his team, which don't get hit super effectively with my moves. And one of them, he definitely doesn't want to switch into me since I'm faster than that. I actually have on this Mew enough speed for a max speed Skuntank. And, no wait, no Skuntank. And this is enough speed to speed creep a mon, which wants to speed creep my Rotom Heat. There we go. So it's 2 points faster than a max speed Rotom Heat. And then I have enough physical bulk to take some hits, and the special attack is actually important since I have the Ground UMZ. At +1 Ground UMZ, OHKOs a max HP Assault Vested Skuntank. That's what I want to have, because I expect a Skuntank to come in versus me, and if I can get a Calm Mind up, I basically go for Calm Mind, he switches in Skuntank, and then Ground UMZ, boom. If he doesn't make Skuntank, Ground UMZ is nice with Empoleon as well. I need +2 though to OHKO that if he's fully special defensive. If he's fully special defensive Assault, that would be even scarier, but then he's set up further. Since he's not offensive, I just Calm Mind and Softboiled repeatedly. The only thing would be scary on Empoleon, of course, the Toxic and the Roar. But yeah. That's a Mew. It's sadly outsped by the Diancie and the Tornadus, so I have to worry about that. He could just easily wear me down with U-turn or Tornadus, so I have to go for Softboilds on the right turn and stuff like that. But with Calm Minds up, I can chew the hits versus the Diancie, and this thing is a very nice... Like, it's kind of defensive since it's very bulky, but it's kind of offensive since it's very fast. Usually your defensive setup mons are like your Reuniclus and stuff like that. These mons with Calm Mind sweepers like that, the problem always is they're slower, they get hit by something, and eventually they get critted. The good thing with Mew is, even though it's very defensive, it's so fast, the opponent doesn't click many checks with it, barring with his fastest mons. So there are not many chances to crit this thing, and that's what I love about Mew being Calm Mind, or even Bulk Up. One of the two, like a defensive setup sweeper, but just with the speed of Mew, it's very nice. I love it a lot, that's why you see I set up Mew a lot in my games so far. I think I brought Assault Vest once, I've brought defensive ones, and all the other it was like some kind of setup Mew. But either way, that's the history behind Mew. I have to wear down the Uxie first, so I can only hit that with Ice Beam. I don't have the Ice UMZ. So yeah, I need to wear that down first. I don't want to get toxic by this thing, but if Mr. Drain is up, he can't toxic me actually, so that's great. And of course the Buzzole, but before I read my full moveset, he's not swinging the Buzzole to a Mew because I'm faster and I'm psychic. Barring his Scarf. If he's Scarf, he could switch that in action and go for Leech Left, stuff like that. But yeah, overall I think this coverage is better. Like, I definitely need Earth Power for all these ones, which is a Psychic, the Empoleon, and the Skuntank, so I definitely would have had Psychic, Earth Power. But then I'm missing the Ice Beam, it just hits the Zygarde super effectively, the Tornadus, the Delmice, which could be Assault Vested. So yeah, I didn't want to pass on Ice Beam, I mean, Psychic Earth Power could have been set, but I think Ice Beam is just way better hitting a monster super effectively. So yeah, and with Psychic I still don't hit Uxie, so that's something I still don't really hit. So yeah, that's the new set. Now, Lurantis, of course, maximally defensive, just 12 in bulk, so I don't get sped trapped by something which is slower than me, like Delmice. And then Least of Hidden Power Ice, Knockoff Synthesis. Pretty straightforward set. This is here to be my 1000 arrow switch in. It's sadly not an Outrage switch in. Outrage at +1 has a chance to 2-hit KO me, or it probably will 2-hit KO me. And Dragonium Z, it doesn't OHKO me, but that's like after 1000 arrows, Dragonium Z does KO me. So yeah, that's why Z Zygarde is problematic. If he's Choice Banded, that's way better to deal with, because then I can switch into 1000 arrows every time. And if he goes for Outrage once, I live the hit at least once, then I switch into Finny, and then I still have to take care of my Lurantis, basically synthesizing up at some point, or just cycle Randis, get a free switch into Finny, can go for Moonblast and potentially kill the Zygarde. So yeah, that's why I need the combination to deal with it. Then I have at least some Hidden Power Ice. Like I said, Hidden Power Ice just for the Zygarde, so I can at least do 50% versus that. After plus 2 boost, I can potentially OHKO that, and Leaf Storm of course likes to miss. And if he's a similar set as Joey actually brought to me, like the Grudge variant, he can just get rid of all the PP on Leaf Storm, and then I'm screwed. So that's for Hidden Power Ice. Then I have Knockoff just as coverage move to get rid of items, because I'm actually the Buzzword is a free switch to me, and if he's Choice Scarf, I'm definitely going to get rid of that, so my Mew is faster than him. And in general, it's just nice getting rid of items, so that's why I thought I still have Knockoff right here over like something like Giga Drain. I was thinking about Aerial Ace for the Buzzwole in case I don't switch in, but that's like only for Buzzwole. I actually don't know if he would bring those me because I have so many checks there. I have the Mew, which is faster. I have Rotom Heat, Nidoqueen, and Tapu Fini, which you all see on the right, which would be defensive, a great switch into the Buzzwole. Since Nidoqueen and the Fini resist both stabs, the Rotom Heat resists one stab from it, but all three have the potential to OHKO and back. So I'm actually not sure if you actually would bring Buzzwole. That's why I'm not running Psychic on Mew. Actually potentially doesn't hurt me as much. But the Atlantis, basically there for the Zygarde. It takes hits from our physical offensive ones, like for the Kangaskhan if that wants to come. I take like the non-bug hits from Buzzwole. I take the non-poison hits from Skuntank. He doesn't have that, and Dalmice. I just won the one Dalmice. That's not a problem. I can knock off the Assault Vest he potentially has, and then just Hidden Power Ice hits him too effectively as well. So yeah, that's the Rantis for you. Next up we have Meanthin, the Rotom Heat, the Thunderbolt, Wolfswitch, Foul Play, and Hidden Power Ice. This is my switch into these Tornadus. I didn't have any Hurricane switches on my team. Like my flying resists are very scarce as well, so that's why I decided Assault Vest, to run Assault Vest the Rotom Heat with enough speed to outspeed a Max Speed Buzzwole. This time it's Max Speed Buzzwole. And yeah, Thunderbolt, Voltage, Foul Play, and Bugs. I actually don't have Overheat. That could hurt me with Buzzwole, but like I said, I'm not really expecting that to bring it. I'd rather have Foul Play right here, because the problem I saw with Rotom Heat, if I ever have it in versus the, the Zygarde, he knows I'm Saltless, he knows Misty Terrain is up, and he's not scared of switching Zygarde and potentially on the Will-O-Wisp. I have to decide, do I want to go for Hidden Power Ice, hitting the incoming Zygarde? Do I want to go for like Overheat versus that thing? And that's why I have the Foul Play right here, because that can get good damage on the Zygarde, even if I would have gone for an Overheat. And of course it hits stuff like the Tornadus as well. I can go if he's physically offensive. Overall I think Foul Play was the better option. And the big one of course is the Dalmice. I would have to go for Overheat versus the Dalmice. And you switch in Zygarde to that once, and -2 I'm not doing anything with Hidden Power Ice. So that's why if I go for Foul Play versus Dalmice, even if you Assault Vest, that does a shit ton, because Dalmice is very physically offensive. And with the Assault Vest, he of course doesn't get physical bulk. Good to match to that, I can just OHKO that potentially with that, depending on his HP investment. And he still can switch in Zygarde, and after Foul Play, I can just go for Hidden Power Ice without getting the drops. That's why I actually Foul Play over Overheat. And then it's Thunderbolt Voltage as a main stab. Of course, deals with the Thundurus, which is there for momentum, and Hidden Power Ice, like I said, for the Zygarde, which is his best ground immunity. The other ground immunity he potentially has is the Raichu, which that's why I have Foul Play as well. If he's offensive Raichu, I can go for Foul Play and wear it down, and don't have to go for Overheat at some point, and then, like I said, Zygarde is a problem. So yeah, that's why I have Rotom Heat right here. Next up, we got our Sugarberry, special defensive, actually offensive Nidoqueen as well, with Earth Power, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, and Stealth Rock. So I have Stealth Rock just because I want rocks. Once again, 12 speed as well to not get Spread Trap. Then Shadow Ball for the Uxie, and then Earth Power, Ice Beam. It's the same coverage I have with Mew basically. You already know, Ground Ice, very nice versus team. This is my main answer to the Mega Diancie. I take Diamond Storms, I take Moonblast, and with the Sugarberry I take Earth Powers as well. This special attack investment I have right here is actually important. I'm not very split def bulky. I have this investment right here so that I can actually OHKO a Mega Diancie even without a minus special defense nature, in case he's not mixed with Diamond Storm, has like Power Gem instead, or doesn't need Diamond Storm. Then I can just go for Earth Power and OHKO him. That's because Diancie is just way too big of a problem. Like with the Sugarberry, it's all nice if I live the hit, but if I can't OHKO him back, I like just do 80% for example, or 90%, then you just go second Earth Power Nidoqueen instead, and Diancie is still a huge problem because I don't have priority on my team. And the only thing which outspeeds it is my Mega Pidgeot actually. So I don't have a Scarf, like you will see soon, the Walnut is not Scarf. So that's why I decide I want to be a more offensive Nidoqueen. Of course it does well with overall more damage output versus his team. And yeah, that's basically Nidoqueen. It's my main answer to the Mega Diancie. And yeah, then it has some coverage moves to hit the team the best way. So that's why Sugarberry's here. And of course rocks are nice. I have to be careful not going... If I end this Diancie, I'm probably never clicking rocks with it, because of course Magic Bounce, you might say, and just go straight for Earth Power. whacking my Sugarberry, like thinking he would kill me, but because Sugarberry lives with stance, he would probably always click Earth Power. Or if he's lower, I can maybe click Shadow Ball or Ice Beam. But either way, that's Nidoqueen for you. Last but not least, we got the Walnut. This is my main switch into the Buzzwole in case he brings that. My team, so far, barring Mega Pidgeot, doesn't deal well with Buzzwole. This thing doesn't have Psychic, only Earth Power, Ice Beam. This thing, all moves barring Hidden Power resisted. This thing doesn't have Overheat, only has like Foul Play. Thunderbolt does a good amount to be fair, but if you Assault Tested, then that's not doing anything. This thing missing is the Fire move. Can't really fit it in. I want to have Shadow Ball for the Uxie because Uxie is like prime switch into Nidoqueen. At least want to be able to damage it. If I wouldn't have this special attack investment, would be like fully split F. I probably would have had Flamethrower here instead for the Buzzwole. But since I'm pretty offensive actually with like 220 right here, I did the card actually worth to have Shadow Ball right here because Sheer Force boosted Shadow Ball with like 220 special attacks still does like around a third to a Uxie, so I can free KO that, which is great. Well, down on good stuff, but yeah, that's why I have the Walnut right here. This is my main check into the Buzzwole. It has the same speed as Rotom-Heat, max speed to outspeed the Buzzwole, guaranteed barring his Scarf, and then I can just go for Moonblast to outgrow this thing because Buzzwole has like no special bulk. Then I have Surf for the Mega Diancie mainly, and then Nature's Madness for the Empoleon, and then Defog has a removal. This SilverBeanie, pretty straightforward. I love that it's so fast and slow bulky. It's like similar to Mew. It's just faster, still takes the hits, and the damage is still decent if you hit too effectively. Like the monsters which I don't hit too effectively take the hits across decently well. Like Uxie, that's where Nature's Madness basically comes in. These moves, if they're so effective, hit the monster for good damage, and everything else gets Nature's Madness, lose 50% and switch out. So yeah, gets Finny for you. Mainly so at least have something for the switching for the Buzzwole because Nidoqueen, like I said, resists naturally, but I don't really want to switch in because I need to be healthy for the Diancie. And if it goes like an Earthquake, but he kind of has like a 4 moveset syndrome. Like he wants his dual stab, then he wants Bug moves for the Mew. Then he wants fighting moves for the Rotom, so he can't hit Rotom-Heat. Then he wants like Ice Punch or Earthquake for the Nidoqueen, and then he needs like Poison Jab or Thunder Punch for the Finny. So he has his 4 moves, and that means he's probably not a setup variant. He might be assaulted with his 4 moves, but that means probably can't fit Substitute, he probably can't fit Roost, and he always has to predict correctly because all of these mods can potentially switch into him. And yeah, if he doesn't go for the right move, and all of them barring Nidoqueen outspeed him. So yeah, but Nidoqueen, like I said, barring these 2 mons are down, or like the Buzzwole is like the biggest threat, I won't switch Nidoqueen to the Buzzwole. But yeah, that's basically my team. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and be excited for the match tomorrow. This time actually, I can promise you, the game's going up tomorrow. But yeah, that's all for this team builder. I hope you're excited for tomorrow, and yeah, if you liked, you know the deal. Hit me on Twitter, Facebook, all links in the description. Like, comment, blah blah blah. End of the video. I will see you another time. Ciao.